Balancing. Retained earnings, Title 49 CFR Chapters 10, Part 1201, Railroad Companies, Retained Earnings Accounts, Credit 601, Credit Balance beginning of the calendar year. The account shall include the net with the credit balance of the retained earnings account at the beginning of the calendar year. 601.5, the prior period adjusting with the period beginning with the retaining earnings account. The account should include the adjusting with the assigned the income tax and income order of the test and instruction. And 12D with the balance of the retained earnings account at the beginning of the calendar year upon approval by the board. 602 with credit balance transfer of the income that account shall show the following net creditable brought forward into the income account of the calendar year. 603 operational release. The account is provided to return the unappropriated retaining the earnings. The amount of the operation no longer required. The account shall be subdivided, show the nature of the appropriate being released, and circumstance of the release shall be fully described. 606 other credits retaining earnings. The account shall include the other credit adjustment of the assignment of the income tax that not provided elsewhere in the system. Otherwise, such for the inclusion has been authorized by the board. Debit the 611, the debit balance of the beginning of the calendar year of the account shall include the net debit balance retained earnings account at the beginning of the calendar year. 612, the debit balance transfer of the income. This account shall show the net debit with the balance brought forward with the income account of the calendar year. Alright, 616, other debit the retained earnings. The account shall include the left, the resale required capital stock for the charge with the reduced write-off of the discount with the capital stock with the issue by the company only to the extent of such charges exceed the credit balance of an account 7095 of the other capital to applicable net gains of the reacquisition, resale, of the retirement of subclasses, capital stock, see instruction 5.4. The account shall also include the other debit, the adjustment of the net of the assignment, the income tax not provided elsewhere in the system, but only after such inclusion has been authorized by the board. 620, operation for the sinking and other funds. Accounts shall be charged for the accounting with the 797 of the retained earnings appropriated, but they shall be certified with the amounts appropriated pursuant to the provisions pre-organized with the planning with the mortgage, deed, trust, other contracts requiring payments into the sinking fund of the capital funds or other funds. 624, operation of other purposes of the accounting shall be charged for the account with the 7097 of the retained earnings appropriated shall be the credit with the amount of the operation general with contingency identified purposes of the future law for the other corporate purposes not defined elsewhere operations shall be released with respect purposes of the served dividends. The amount of the account shall be charged with the amount of the dividends declared for the actually outstanding capital stock the issue for the sum assumed by the company. If the dividend is not payable in cash, the security for the other properties to be distributed shall be described with a sufficient particular with the identified with the distribution account shall be the subdivided to show separately with the dividends declared on the various subclasses of the capital stock. Our general balance accounting explanations. Assets.